Welcome back, everybody, to...
Another edition of...
Welcome back, everybody, to an...
What?
Let's Talk About Squat.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of... Let's Talk About Squat.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Talk About Squat.
Welcome,
Squat.
Welcome.
Squat.
Welcome.
Squat.
Whatevs. I see how this edition's going to go already. Well, Misty, what's going on in the world today?
So what's going on in my world? It's been a little crazy busy for a couple of past month, I guess. April was busy for me.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
And thank you for our lovely chicken.
Yes,
So what's going on in the world, in your little world?
well, my wife's trying to kill me, and the world's coming to an end. Other than that, I think everything's great.
Why is she trying to kill you? Can you even say that word on air?
Well, she's working me to death. How about that? I feel like I've been run over.
That's because you're on this keto diet. So tell everybody that you have started this keto diet. I think it was last Sunday, and you lost 12 pounds in a week.
Actually, I lost more than that, I think. But yes, it's actually not the keto diet that's causing me to lose the weight. I mean, yes, I am doing keto.
It's
Well-
because he's eating once a day.
Well, it's called
Intermediate fasting.
intermediate fasting. But the keto, I'm not really doing that the way I should. You're supposed to just eat fat, and I can't just eat fat. That's disgusting.
Well, avocados are fat
Yeah, I ate avocado today, actually.
for the first time.
Yeah.
There's no taste to them whatsoever.
Well, I broiled them on the grill in lemon pepper. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was not bad.
Asparagus was better, though. Anyway, my diet is basically cut out all sugar, the evil of the world.
Yes, and the first couple of days with no coffee with him was fun.
So let me tell you what Misty did today. So it's Mother's Day. I know it's different from when this airs, but so today she made herself a cake. Yes, I know, I'm embarrassed, but she ate my piece of cake as well. So she ate 2 pieces of chocolate cake.
I did. I'm celebrating myself on Mother's Day.
I know, but she's eating all that sugar.
So,
It's evil.
no, it's not. It's good.
It's a $500 billion a year industry with, it just there. I can't tell you how evil of a monopoly that is.
Sugar isn't everything, though. But the added sugar is what you have to, I think, look at, not just the sugars itself.
Right, fructose, apple has fructose in it, which in itself is, the snake did warn the girl not to eat the apple. I'm just saying.
All right, so last time we were in the process, I think, of getting our trees cut down. Well, guess what? We have them all cut down. We have a backyard. It's all dirt, and more dirt.
It is dirt, and the chickens had to all be moved.
Yeah, that was fun.
The chickens that were in the house, all of them had to have pens built because there was too many for the small pens that we had.
In the house, and plus they were stinking so bad. And so we have all of our chickens outside, all 35 chickens outside. They're all separated in pens. We have 3 pens, and it was interesting to move them because we had to clear an area out.
Well, also though, we put those temporary pens up that had to be moved, and somebody decided to trench the 4x4s in the ground, so then it had to be jacked up. It almost fell over on me.
It did.
No, I was in it, and it almost fell over and collapsed. But
I know. But we got them moved. Everybody's happy. And that is that. So we have been super busy. Super busy with life in general. But we are back.
we're back, and things are still in disarray. I'm still concerned for Ukraine, although so many things have come out about the...
Yeah, what's going on in Ukraine? I don't see nothing about it anymore.
Actually, I seen some photos from Mariupol, which was the last holdup of supposedly the Nazis. So they have decimated that town. I mean, it's rubble. It's like, if you look at the buildings, it looked like they sent artillery into each window. It's horrible. And I'm talking blocks of buildings this way.
Well, I heard something this morning about some people in a tunnel working, and they're either stuck in there or they got out. I don't even remember what it was now.
Well,
it was this morning.
It's the last hold in Mariupol, and supposedly, I've heard so many rumors as to what. So there's a reason that they haven't surrendered, because they're surrounded. So as Putin says, not even a fly can get in or out. And supposedly there's like other foreign commanders and whatnot that's been secretly running some of these military victories for the Ukrainians. So Russia's not letting them out till they can find out who it is. It may not be anybody, but somebody thinks that somebody's down there. Something's hid in that steel plant that Russia wants to find out what it is.
Yeah.
So supposedly, who knows? It's probably nothing more. I don't believe anything they say anymore,
Oh, I know.
personally.
So what have you been watching on the tube?
The Tube, not much time. I just watched some kind of Moon Knight,
on Disney.
yeah, on Disney. But you know what?
It was different.
I don't have a lot to say about it. It was definitely different. And
They're coming out with another season.
of Moon Knight?
Yeah.
What was I going to say? It was, I wish they would make more of, who was Thor's brother? I can't think of his name.
Loki. I think they're doing more of Loki.
I liked Loki.
I think. I could be wrong. But we also watched Life and Beth. Is that what it was called? Life and Beth? With Amy Schumer?
Yeah, Amy Schumer. Yeah, that was just a time wasted
It was not that bad, though.
chick flick.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was just dry comedy, I think. There was something else we watched, and I can't remember what it was, that it was pretty good. Better Call Saul. You were like, I'm not into it. And about the last episode, well, I want to see what happens.
Well, I mean, Mike is the man. And,
Yeah, that one just didn't.
Yeah, that season, I don't know.
I didn't like it myself, but there was something else we watched, and I really can't think of it that was really good.
But even in Breaking Bad, I was over the chicken guy, and this whole season of Sal was about the chicken guy,
Yeah.
Gus.
Oh, yeah, it was. So I was driving in the car, I don't know, one day last week, and you know how they have the talk shows on in the mornings? And so this talk show, I don't even remember what station it was. They were talking about what they do is, just say you go out on a date and the girl ghosts you. And so you call in, and then they end up calling the girl that ghosts you and finds out why.
Right.
So this guy called in, I don't know his name, but he said, he cooked her a steak on the grill. They went to a park. He kind of made it romantic. First date, which to me, I was like, that's a lot for a first date. Go to the park, take your grill, cook steaks. He goes, it's probably the best steak she's ever had. He goes, I do make good steaks. And she even said it was the best steak ever, or one of the best ones she's had. But I guess they were sitting outside, and he got stung by a bee. And it hurt him. You know how bee stings hurt? It's just an automatic pain. And she's talking about her life, and he said, MF, and just started cussing, and because it hurt him so bad, and he panicked and he freaked out. And she was thinking he was kind of embarrassed about how he acted afterwards, and he thinks that's why she ghosted him. So the radio station calls her.
I can tell you already, that girl wanted to go out. She didn't want to go to the park.
No, I think she did. That's why he did that or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, so they asked, how was the steak? She goes, it was really, really good. A good steak. And they were like, well, we heard about the bee sting. And he said it was bigger bee than anybody could ever imagine. He was trying to be funny. And they were like, well, why did you? She goes, he did overreact. I thought I was going to have to take him to the hospital or EpiPen him or something like that. And she said the reason why she ghosted him is because he eats ketchup on his steak.
Oh, I don't blame her.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You're out of there.
Why?
That's a waste of good steak, for one.
Well, then you need to go be with her because that's what I eat my steaks with.
That's disgusting. I agree with
But
you.
why would you go somebody? She goes, "You're too plain. I need somebody more adventurous."
That's what I'm saying. That girl wanted to go out.
Oh no, she was.
That's a hoochie mom.
You could tell by her voice she was definitely like, I guess, materialistic and
Oh, yeah.
wanted all that. And I'm like, you're really gonna ghost somebody because he put ketchup on his steak?
No, she ghosted him because
No, she
wanted to
was
go
dead
out.
serious.
No,
She was not going to be the one to lie about that. You could tell in her voice that she was a money hungry person.
right, and you don't take her to the park for a steak.
But a
on first
steak?
date.
What is that?
First date, though.
That's $50 right there.
I understand that, but I mean, a first date, Chili's, Red Lobster.
No, I think
know.
a date in a park would be
I wouldn't
cool.
go to like the Sundial on a first date, but I would definitely.
No,
do-
that's where she would want. She'd want to go to the melting pot on the first
Well,
date.
then he's fortunate that she goes through.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I think a park would be pretty awesome to have as a first date.
Well, that's why you're with me. Plain Jane.
I know, but I was just like, are you kidding me? Why would she do that? Why would you just not tell him? Say, I'm not interested in you. Why do people ghost?
You'd think somebody's gonna take the hint after the first,
They don't.
phone call.
Okay, so if I call you and you don't answer the first time, that means you're ghosting me? No.
Well, no, that's a little. No, but I mean, after a while, you get the hint.
But why can't you just be man enough or woman enough and say, hey, I'm not interested in you. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you do that at first, but then
Well, no, they don't.
They don't get the hint. They don't get the hint.
No, people don't do that anymore.
It's like you say, like, look, I'm sorry. It's me. It's not you. And
No,
and
you
then-
can't use that excuse. That's a lame excuse.
But that you should get the hint with that, and then
Right.
it's done and it's over.
I
with.
agree with you.
But then if you call me back after that, it's like I ain't answering. I ain't dealing
Right,
with
but
you no
these
more.
people, nobody in this world today says, I'm not interested in you anymore. They just stop calling.
Everybody breaks up by text now. It's like, I don't think I can see you anymore. That's kind of lame to me.
Well, it's better than not saying anything.
But if you say it once, and I'm sure they said it.
No.
But
He
then-
didn't. No, she did not.
Well, she probably didn't. But I mean, that's the first date, so.
Yeah, just say, I'm not interested anymore. I don't want to go out with you again. Because, no, I
Then
think
because then you gotta say why.
No, actually,
Ugh.
he
It's a
said at the end of
thing.
the date, he said, I'd like to go out with you again if you would like to. She goes, sure. So that was her fault right there for saying yes, sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Life's too simple it's it is what it is.
Yeah, but people are cowards now. Like our friends,
It's not cowards. It's like it's the whole thing is just too much.
but just say no.
Okay, and in a
Just say
simpler
no.
time when you were young and when I was young, you didn't have cell phones and computers and emails and Snapchats and
Well, what does that have to do with it?
now it's like if you don't answer on a message, then you got to answer on Facebook, then you got to answer on
That's when
Instagram.
you tell them no, and
But
then
back
you
in
block
the day,
their phone
look,
number.
I went to your house, or
Yeah.
you came to my house. I opened my door or whatever, and it's like, hey, no, you know what, this ain't working, and then that's the end of it. But now it's
No.
like, now they want to just, okay. So say example. All right, so she didn't want to go out with him, but yet he kept persisting. Then he's gonna bust her out on Instagram. Then he's gonna bust her out on Facebook.
Well,
then
if
he's
he
gonna
would have,
bust her
if
out.
she would have said no,
But it doesn't matter. But that's what I'm saying. If she would have said no, you're not my type, then he would be like, oh, she's so.
no, because
Yada,
after
yada.
the first date, I mean, all you gotta do is say no.
That's what I'm saying. But people are
On
so
first
sensitive.
date, most people are not Facebook friends at this point.
I don't know. I just tell you, it's too much, too easy to communicate. And then
It is easy to communicate. That's why you just say no. I don't want to go back out with you again. You're not my type. I mean, that's just the simple thing. You're not my type. I'm not interested.
Right, but if I'm not
You
answering my
you seem
phone,
like
I'm
a
answering
great
my
person, but you're not for me.
phone. Yeah, it's too much.
But that's the easy way to do it.
I mean, I do it.
You
but nobody
you've had
nobody
an
takes.
experience about this. That's why you tell everybody to ghost people.
But I mean, you know,
You have, haven't you?
I have, but people don't take no for an answer. It's like, all right, no, it's ugh. And then you just have to keep explaining yourself, keep explaining,
Okay,
keep explaining yourself.
but
And
this
it's like,
happened. This had to have happened before all of social media, and so that means this person knew where you lived, and so they could easily keep coming to your house.
I've had
Correct.
so many people. I work with a lot of women, so I've had so many people just get the wrong idea. I had this one girl. It was funny because I was with my daughter. We were at a business function. And she said to me, this is what she said to me. She said, how did she say it? And it shocked me to no end. And this was a homely girl. But she said, after your daughter goes to sleep, I'll come over to your house and then we'll fool around. I was like, what the hell makes you think that I'm going to fool around with you?
But she knows where you live.
Yeah, I don't know that she did, but
Oh, I'm sure everybody up there knew where you lived.
yeah, I know. I assume so. But
But that's the thing. Okay, these days you have phone numbers. You easily text them and then they're just blowing your phone up. That's easy. Block them. You can't block them from your house.
the same girl kept on about this shit, and you know, I don't.
Is this the one that I read the text from?
No, that was some young girl. I don't know what that girl's deal was.
What, the one that kept on with you?
You talking about the one that was a friend of my sister's?
No. I know she's got issues, but I'm talking about the one that just said that comment.
I don't even know which one you're talking about.
The one you were just telling a story about.
Oh no, that was no. You wouldn't have known this one. Actually, you might have. So we'll talk about that later. But I want to get out who it is.
It probably starts. Oh no, you said she's homely. I was gonna say it starts with an S, but she wasn't homely. You didn't like her.
Now okay, let's have this conversation later. 'Cause now I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but okay. So most of those women that you work with or worked with knew where you lived.
Well, yeah, it's a small community. And
Well, one, you were friends with a bunch of them. You had them over for parties, but then they would tell their employees, "Oh yeah, we went over to his house and he lived here, right across the street from there or whatever." So if there's some girl that is like that, then guess what? She's gonna keep knocking on your door. Even though no matter how many times you tell her no, she's still gonna come knocking on your door.
yeah, until you ghost them, then you just stop answering the door.
But you can't ghost them if they're in your face.
Oh, yeah, I've ghosted them at my door.
We'll see.
I've been playing Xbox and somebody beat on my door. It's like, I know you're in there. Your car's here. It's like, maybe I walk to the store. I'm thinking to myself. It's like, and then I just keep playing.
But what I'm saying is it's a lot easier to just say
No,
no
it's not.
over the phone
Dude, I've
because
had,
they can't find you. And that's what I tell my friend. Because she's always getting these strange guys coming and picking her up from her house. You don't know these people. Don't. That's
I know who
dangerous.
you're talking about, and I don't like that myself.
That's dangerous.
It's not just dangerous. It's silly.
Well, the thing of it is she has a child. And she's a single mom, so these guys know exactly where she lives. And anything can happen. And if one of them really likes her and she doesn't like them and she ghosts them, guess what? He's going to be knocking on her door. No, but I don't know. I think the whole ghosting thing is just ridiculous. I mean, just be honest with them and say, I'm not interested, and be done.
Right. Yeah. And like I say, you should do that the first time.
But if they keep
continue,
doing
then
it,
ghost
yes,
the shit
I
out. And she
agree.
Probably did.
I agree that if you say no, I'm not interested, but there's some crazy people out there. You know that.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Because you have a lot of women coming knocking on your door.
No, you're crazy.
You just said you did.
That was just friends, though.
It was not friends. You're such a liar. You can tell by the look on your face.
No, they were friends that a lot of them wanted it to be more than it could be. I mean, hell, I was married, so
You was not.
yeah. But even when I was,
They would still come knock on your door?
yes,
And what did she do?
she got a little crazy sometimes.
Or she'd be like, come on in?
Well, yeah, but you know her. She'll cut somebody.
No, I don't know her like that.
Yeah, you do.
No, she's always been nice to me.
Oh yeah. Talk little Miss Shyster.
Who are you talking about?
She's a manipulative.
Talking about.
Yeah. What was that?
Oh,
no.
No, she's always been nice. Like, she's never done anything to me.
Well, I mean, yes, but she's just very manipulative. She would get you.
But she would really invite them into your house.
All right, so there was one time that we were on a break, and our breaks went on for months at a time.
Yeah.
And so I never even went out with this girl, but I talked to this girl up at, I think it was a barista at a Starbucks up in Cumming somewhere, which is a long way from where we were living.
Yeah.
And so I had, my business number was on my van, of course. And then I had with the martial arts studio sticker on the van as well. So this lady, all I did was talk to her.
Yeah, but you're very flirtatious when you talk.
But she got both numbers off of my van.
Yeah.
And she called both of them. And then, you know, we both worked at one of the same places. So when she called there, she went up there and met with her.
I probably would have too.
But it was like we were not even together.
Y'all were still married.
Yeah, well.
And how were you talking to that girl, though?
I can't remember.
It wasn't like, hey, how are you doing? Hey, what's your name?
Oh no, I was being flirtatious. I'm not gonna lie about that, but
Well, see, you put yourself in that situation.
I understand. But why does she have to get all my? If I wanted her to have my phone number, I would have given her my phone number. She didn't call both my workplaces.
Well, you got caught.
I did get called.
You got caught cheating
I got called.
for somebody that says, I don't cheat.
But no, she didn't go up there. She went up there so they would trap me into something. She was trying to win the divorce battle. It wasn't like she went up there to fight the girl for talking to me. It was like going up there to interweb this triangle, and the lady called me back, and I was like, no, I'm not. I was just talking to you. I didn't know anything about that until later.
That sounds confusing.
Well, that was life.
But don't be flirting with people, then you
God
won't get
that's over.
caught.
I'm old and unflirty worthy these days.
You flirt all the time.
No.
You do. You have a flirtatious way of talking.
Well, I got you. That's all that matters.
No, but I think that's why a lot of women do like you, because of the way you talk.
No, women like me because I work with 400 of them and like 2 guys. So it's not that kind of like. It's just we have to work together. Actually, you know what's funny about this new job? Everybody that's there has been there for 20, 30 years. They're all...
Well, that's good, though. That goes to show what kind of...
Yeah.
Who's running it?
Well, they do a lot of internal promoting.
Because the other system was a big turnaround, like constantly.
Yeah, no, they were all about stealing other companies' employees. Everything is... Which, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm locked in where I'm at because nobody else can do what I do. But I don't even know if I want to go anywhere else, though.
Yeah. All right, so here's another conversation.
Yo.
I mean, I know what me and you do, but what are your thoughts on...
Thoughts?
On, what do you call it? Money. When you get married, joint or separate accounts?
Well, you know what? I feel like if you're going to get married, you got to have that
Trust.
That trust, and it's all in. To me, if you're married, And I know a lot of people, and I don't know how they do it. They keep everything separate. But then again, who pays for dinner? And it's still the man's job, but yet, I don't know. I know how we do things. Yeah, you got everything.
But the thing of it is like so many people are talking about you got to trust your spouse, you got to trust your partner, you got to trust this, but we have separate accounts.
Well,
and I'm like, well, if you trust them in everything, you should trust them with money.
Well, I gotta say, somebody that's been divorced a few times.
And yes, one of them took all your money,
Well,
and that would hurt.
The thing is, it doesn't make a shit though, because they're gonna get it anyway. So.
But if you have separate accounts, I don't know if they can. I don't know how that happens.
If you don't have kids and if you don't have, joint materialistic things like, you have your car, I have my car, and then we have the house, then, I can see that if you really don't plan on staying, but.
Then why get married?
Exactly. I don't know.
I mean, it just makes no sense to me. People are like, oh, well, you have to trust, but, I have my account. I don't want him to know what I spend all my money on, or I don't want her to know what I spend all my money on. Well, if you don't, then what are you doing?
Oh, I thought you were saying that. I was like, what?
No, that's what other people say. But they put their money in to help pay the mortgage or the apartment and they split the bills, which to me is odd.
You really do that anyway. It's just,
But if you have all your money together, there's no his and hers money. It's just together.
Yeah, I don't,
It makes no sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense to me either, because you have to build. See, that's what's wrong with America, and that's why I don't understand how these things go, because you have to build. I don't want to say wealth, because I wouldn't call what we have wealth, but you have to build your family as a business, like, because we're going to die one day, and then, we want all this to be left for another generation to take over.
Right.
So a lot of people, when they live like that, I don't know if it's just self-centered or I don't understand it. I mean, how can you build generational type wealth? It's like the kids will either live here or rent this house out.
Or sell it and
the
take
other
the money.
property, they will have that, and,
Are they going to have that?
Well, who knows? But I'm just saying that, if we didn't do that together as a team, and either I did that or you did that, I don't think you could do it as a one. It takes a team, I believe. I don't know.
Okay, so if me and you had a child together, that was biologically both ours, and then you had your money separate and I had my money separate, and then it's like when you die, it's like, I don't know. I mean, what you're saying is true. It's just like, how would that even work, Or if we both died at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't.
I have a friend of mine that he is 67 years old. Him and his, and I don't even know how to say this, girlfriend, it even feels odd saying it.
Partner.
But they live together.
Girlfriend.
They've been together for 20 years, never married. And I asked him, he's like, well, we don't want to get married. I was like, well, what happens if somebody gets sick or in the hospital? Like during COVID,
Yeah.
if she's dying, he can't go in there.
Right.
If he's sick, she can't go to the hospital. And if he dies, his money goes where?
Does he have any kids?
I think he does have a kid, but nonetheless, it's not like,
Right.
it should go to her until she dies.
Right.
So like if I die,
Well, I guess
you get the money.
if it's in his will, if he has a will and it goes to her, then it would work. But he has to have a will. If he doesn't have a will, it goes to next of kin.
Yeah, but even with the health insurance, I don't know. I said this to him and he's like, I know.
Oh, so he kind of wants to do the whole marriage thing. She probably doesn't.
Yeah, probably, but.
But my cousin was telling me that somebody she knows, he died. He had a girlfriend, which I need to get back with her on that, see if she found out anything about it. But his girlfriend, he changed the will because apparently he doesn't see his son.
Mm-hmm.
And so he changed the will to where the girlfriend gets most of the money and the son gets a little bit. And then the ex-wife is raising Cain about it.
Oh, wait, you did tell me something about that.
So apparently you could put in your will, I could put in my will that our neighbor next door gets everything.
You go ahead.
No,
You
I'm
go
just
ahead and do
saying.
that.
I'm just saying that anybody can be in your will.
Right, wouldn't that be some shit though if you built all this up and then somebody did do that to you?
Yeah.
You're making me think now. I'm gonna have to check your paperwork.
You don't even know where my will is.
I don't. I'm gonna have to get on this. I'm gonna have to make this a priority.
You said you weren't even gonna look if I die.
Why I wasn't? Look, Misty asked me the other day. She said, "You know what? If I die, you're gonna clean out all the drawers and all the this and take all the pictures down." I was like, "If you die, the day I die, this house will look exactly the same as it did the day you died. I wouldn't touch anything." Because, you got to think about it. I would just feel like the whole time that I'm here, and I'm sure your dad was this way because, he would have conversations with the walls, but I would always feel like you would be looking down on me and judging me. I would even be like worried about leaving something in the sink because of that.
Well, then worry about that now.
I do worry about it now.
Turning the lights off. No, actually, when my mom passed away, me and my sister, and I think about this now, we probably should have talked to him about it, but we went in. He left for the weekend, and maybe we did ask him, but we went in and got all her clothes out of the closet for him and took him to a women's center.
See, I wouldn't be all right with that. I would kick my kid's ass.
Yes, but why would you need my clothes?
Because they're just there. They're yours.
I know, but just...
This is your house. Even if you're dead, it's still your house.
Yes, but I think it helps you just kind of...
No, I want to live with my peace that you're still here with me. I don't want to...
Well, you can keep some of my clothes, but...
No, it's all
take
staying
them to
right
a woman's
here.
shelter that needs them.
We're fine. We're good. Just leave it.
So that means I need to keep all your clothes?
No, I don't care what you do. I'm dead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can get rid of my clothes if I die.
Oh, I'm roaming the universe. You know me and energy.
You're gonna be flirting with all these people at Starbucks.
No, I'm gonna go see Jupiter, Neptune.
You're
Mars.
gonna go talk to some girl at Starbucks.
I'm going somewhere no one has ever gone before. So I think that's our time to explore when we die. This can't be it. And I feel like, so you know how battery holds that energy inside. Then that energy dissipates, but that energy is still energy. It's Newton laws of physics. You can't do away with energy. You can't create more. It's always there. So you're just changing energy states. And then you get to go see the universe. I'm excited.
I hope that's a long ways away.
I'm sure it is. That's why I'm on my diet.
Losing 12 pounds in 6 or 7 days is not safe.
Because I went to the doctor, when was it, last month? And they said I was 187.
No, that was in January. Or February.
Yeah, but I hadn't been doing anything to lose weight. And then...
And 187 is also with all your clothes on.
That's true, but this morning I weighed 163.
I know, but what? The day that you started this, you were 175. Because we did measure
I
you.
had already been doing a couple of days. And you lose quick on this diet.
Well, you didn't lose no 10 pounds in
I think I dehydrated the first day.
You dehydrated last weekend.
Well, you know me, I don't like water. And I was adding those chemicals to the water to make it taste better.
Yeah.
And I really think that sugar is an addiction. And I broke that addiction and I'm not going back. I don't even want to taste anything sweet because I know I'll just be right back. I'll be jonesing.
Yes, I think it's 45 days is what they say.
They say 10, but I'm
We should have put it on the calendar when you started this because I'd be interested to know in 45 days. I know 30 days. Honestly, if I don't have it for a week, I don't really crave it.
If I had known that it would work the way it did, I would have. I never imagined that it would go this well.
What, no sugar? No
Yeah,
added
no
sugar.
and the
You're having sugar. It's just no added sugars.
well, I'm having no carbs. Less than 25 carbs a day is my goal.
Well, that chicken you ate today was,
Yeah, I know it was good. Today's Sunday though.
but it was carbs.
Yeah, it's more protein. But yes, it's carbs by protein. I don't want carbs by. And I know protein turns into glucose, but I'm just trying not to spike my insulin, basically. I'm not a keto aficionado, but I try. But I've learned a lot too, so just keep at it. Keep at it. So how about you? Yeah, you're just on pure sugar diet. So we're like on total opposite ends of the spectrum.
I'm not on a sugar diet. I'm just eating normally.
2 pieces of cake. I seen you at M&M's last night, and then that big old glass of chocolate milk this morning.
Yeah, I drink chocolate milk every morning.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You're on a pure sugar diet. We're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
No, you know what? If you were eating normally, like you used to, you would have had 2 pieces of cake also.
I'd have had all the cake. That's my problem. I'm done.
You know,
with
when
that.
we first got together, I remember you're like, I don't eat sugar.
I didn't until I met you.
And then you come to my house and then you're like eating sugar. And then I buy a pack of Oreos and they're gone in 2 days because someone supposedly doesn't eat sugar.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
It's-
peanut M&Ms, we'd finish the whole party bag in like 2 days.
You tainted me now. Now I'm trying to go back to my old ways.
Why, you got some hot girl up at your job? You're trying to...
No, I got a hot girl at home. I was trying to keep happy, but
Oh, you keep her happy. You don't have to work out and eat no sugar for that.
yeah, but I'm trying to.
So you're telling me
not
that I
die.
need to stay off of sugar to keep you happy?
You're a bit younger than I am. You'll catch up with me
I'm
in a
not
few
that much
years.
younger.
And you know, the thing that scares me is I am at the age where my dad come up with his cancer.
What was he, 52? I
Yeah.
thought he was sitting.
He's 52 when he got first diagnosed with cancer. So I know that sugar feeds cancer. Or
Yes, it
cancer
does.
craves sugar.
Yeah.
And so why give it? Why? No, I'm not doing it, man.
So he got diagnosed when he was 52.
Yes, but my dad,
So no, let me ask you a question. How old was he when he died?
he was 62, but it was because he didn't stop smoking or anything. He beat
But
the
10
colon cancer.
years? That's a long time.
Yeah, but he went through, I think, 4 different variations of cancer.
Did he do chemo and radiation?
Yeah, he went through it all. And then I think it finally got into his, I can't remember which one got him. I think the liver got him. No, the lung got him. And what's funny, the lung was last, and he smoked all his life.
Well, that was with my grandfather. He got throat cancer. I don't know if it was from, I think it was from smoking, I'm assuming. And he got that. And then I think a year later, it metastasized and went to his lungs. So what happened with your dad? It metastasized and got bigger, and it probably came back, and then it just kind of spread.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but my grandfather only lived a year. My mom only lived, she got diagnosed in 2008 and passed away in 10.
Well, I hate to be gross, but it was colon cancer. And I don't want nobody in my butt. Just stay out my butt.
Well, that's why you get checked. I'm sure your dad never did.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know, but, you know, I don't know. They had to cut out some of his colon and stuff. I just don't want to do that. I'm sure nobody that does it wants to do it, but I'm just saying.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to try to avoid it.
You know, I knew this lady. She was having to get her, I think it was her intestine. Like, because isn't that what's so big? Like,
Yeah.
that's like long and wraps around. She had to get that cut several times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not friends with her on Facebook anymore, but I don't know whatever happened with her. But she said something. She goes, I didn't realize how much taking vitamins was so important because I guess the doctor told her if she would have been taking her vitamins. But I think her intestines got so small because they just kept having to cut. And I don't even remember what it was.
My stepdad was down to an inch, and he had to have a.
But why, like?
And he didn't even.
What
have
makes
cancer.
you have to get your intestines cut?
I know colon cancer is one thing, but I don't know the rest.
I don't think she had colon cancer. She had something else.
Like my mom, bless her heart, she didn't smoke, she didn't drink, she didn't do anything, and she died at 62. So, there's that. So I think I have 10 years left. That's how it goes. Oh, now I'm depressed.
Don't be depressed. Hopefully it's not 10 years. Hopefully it's like, you still owe me 47 years, so
I know, we're on it.
you better get healthy.
Elon Musk put that chip in, and then I'll just be in the computer screen. You'll have my consciousness.
It's no fun in the computer screen.
Well, yeah, get a robot. It's technology, and you'll still have my consciousness. So if we can download my consciousness, then I would never die.
But you won't be able to go swimming with me.
If I'm a robot, I can.
I'm pretty sure they don't get wet.
Oh, yeah. They're made to go in the rain.
Not to get
Get one of
dipped
those
into
military robots.
Not to get dipped into the pool.
It'd be like Tin Man.
No.
No,
That
Tin
would-
Man wanted a heart, but he had to walk around with his oiler.
Gosh, I
lion
haven't
wanted
seen that movie
courage.
forever.
Raymond, courage. Courage.
What'd the Scarecrow want?
A brain.
I thought he didn't want fear for some reason.
No, he wanted a brain. And then,
That's it.
no, that's the lion. He wanted courage. No
Yeah.
fear. So,
Okay. Yeah, because he was scared of everything.
right.
That's right. It's been forever since I've seen that movie.
Then Dorothy just wanted to go home.
Home, send me home. I think I tried to get my son to watch that, and he didn't care for it.
You know what? I remember as a child, and I kind of want to replay. You remember did you ever see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
If I did, I don't remember.
I can't remember either. I just remember being so excited about it, and then just like a roller coaster ride all the way through. I was so excited. I don't know. We need to revisit that.
Wonder where we could find it.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I don't know. It's been. I was probably 5, 6 years old. I just remember that show and being so excited.
I mean, I remember the name, but I don't remember anything about it.
So we're gonna have to look that up. What other shows when you were young do you remember? But you're young. You was probably Raven and
I'm not that young.
Saved by the Bell. And
I did like Saved by the Bell. That's your age too, dear. We're the same age.
I didn't
We're
see
the
Saved by
same
the Bell.
generation. You know what? Your daughter told me a long time ago. She goes, "My mom won't let me watch Saved by the Bell." And I'm like, "Why?" She said, "I don't know." She was like 12. Because I had it
Could have
on.
been Saved by the Bell.
It was. Because I had it on. I said, "Have you ever watched this?" She goes, "No, my mom won't let me watch it."
Huh? I can't think of that.
And I don't know why I remember that so well, but I remember it was on in the bedroom at your house. And I was like, that's
She
just
probably
odd.
just wanted you to turn the TV.
In the bedroom? No.
Conniving shit.
No, it was in the bedroom we were sleeping in.
No, I don't know. I can't think of anything. We'll have to call her. I'm not calling her right now because she's in a mood.
No, as a child, I remember watching. Do you remember TGI Friday stuff?
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think the Cosby Growing Pains, but that was like our family night.
We didn't have one of those.
A TV?
Well, we did have a TV, but we were only allowed to watch it for like an hour.
Well, that's what we watched on Friday nights. That was the only time I remember watching anything besides my mom watching Oprah.
When I was a kid, we had one. You know what? That is right. We had one TV, and it didn't have no remote,
No.
and we had to watch whatever our parents were watching, which it was usually like Andy Griffith or some shit,
Yeah.
which is not bad. I
See,
like
Andy
it.
Griffith was not something my parents watched.
Really?
No.
What would they watch? Oh, and Lost in Space.
No.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
I think because my parents are not really from the South.
And then the antenna would mess up and I have to go move it.
We had aluminum foil on our antenna.
There was a lot of times I had to stand in certain spots just so the TV would work. Because I was the oldest child.
You know what? I was just thinking about this. My mom, I remember coming home and my mom would always be watching Oprah and I'd be trying to talk to her. And
Oh,
I think
my
this
mom
is
would
why
watch
it
that.
aggravates me so much with you sometimes, is because she would not be listening to me. She'd go, "What'd you say?" I'm like, yeah, I'm just tired of not being listened to. And it just really hit me. I'm like, I think that's why it aggravates me when you're like, "What'd you say?" When you're stuck, when you got your face in the phone, and I'm like, I really think that's what my childhood trauma with Oprah.
I'm not that smart, so when I'm reading, I have to pull myself out of what I'm reading.
It's not even that you're reading;
turn
you're
my
just watching
attention to.
videos or Facebook.
And probably more like videos, but I try to learn as much
videos
as I
on
can.
Facebook.
And yeah, if I'm deep into learning something, like today, I'm trying to learn how to level this damn lot out for the pool,
I know, and I didn't bother you.
and I can't.
No, but like if you're on Facebook, I remember my mom always, I would be trying to talk to her about school or something like that, and she's too focused in on Oprah, and it would just aggravate me so bad.
No, I'm not your mom.
I know, but I think that's why it aggravates me with you.
You get aggravated anytime I can't hear you. Look, she'll say something.
No,
she'll
it ain't that
mumble.
it's not that you can't hear
Did
me.
you see the?
No, it's
What,
not
honey?
that you can't hear me. It's not. It's
Did you see
because
the what?
you're not paying attention.
I am listening.
No,
I can't
you're not.
Hear you.
No,
Yes, y'all.
you're not. You're over here on your phone watching a video, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to talk to you, and you're like not even paying no attention. You tuned me out.
No, I don't tune you out.
Yes.
That's impossible with you.
No, it's not. You said you're good at tuning people out.
I am very good at it.
See? And I think that's why
You
it
don't
bothers
allow
me.
it though.
I try to talk to you. So what do you got going on in your life?
I have nothing. I have work and then work.
We need to go ride our bikes.
I've got to fix my bike. My bike's got a flat tire. Somebody.
I was drunk.
I was drinking while biking. That's not a good idea. I still don't know how that tire went flat though.
You were so drunk that night. You threw up.
I
Twice.
know I did. And I can't remember why. Oh, because you know what? All right, so that's the night I dug the whole septic tank and buried it. And then I was so dehydrated, and then I started drinking because it got dark.
No, that was actually my birthday weekend, I think.
That was, yeah. Well, that was the week after 4th of July. It was somewhere around in there. And
I don't know. You were mad at me.
I can't remember. I'm always mad at you. You're so perfect.
Don't be JoJo.
You make everything so hard on me. Well, what else you got? I you know what? I'd like to talk about world events, but they're all just a big bunch of lies. I don't believe any of it.
Yeah, I don't know anything going on in the world. I really haven't watched the news. I've been busy.
Well, the stock market's crashing. And the Ukraine war is... You know what's funny is they're talking about... So we're helping the Ukrainians. Well, supposedly we're not helping the Ukrainians, but we're sending all of this equipment, all this money, to the sum of $33 billion plus another $180 million last week. So that's a lot of money and a lot of equipment. And then they just come out last week and said, we gave the Ukrainians the intel to help them destroy that ship that went down. And they just shot another ship. And supposedly America had given them the intel in order to do that. So how long is it going to be before Russia's like, well, shit, we're just at war with America?
Well, when is Russia going to realize that the more they destroy in Ukraine, the more they're going to have to fix up if they ever get the country?
What's that? So I'm sorry, I looked at my phone.
No, I'm not
what did you
repeating
say, though?
myself.
I didn't get exactly what you're talking
Because they're destroying Ukraine and they want to take over.
about. Oh, dude, they're destroying Ukraine. I don't know.
See,
if they wanna
you don't
take
even
over.
know what I just said.
Yeah, you just said they're destroying Ukraine.
I said, when are they going to realize the more they keep destroying is if they get the place, they're going to have to fix it up.
Oh, they don't want it.
Then why are they trying?
So, in their mind, they're trying to relinquish. There's the Azov battalion in Ukraine, which is a Nazi regime. And, you know, Germany, Nazism, all that over there is a big deal. And Russia defeated Germany in World War II. And that's the whole May 9th. And so they're saying that there's another sector of the Nazis in Ukraine, and they're trying to liberate the Ukrainians from the Nazis regime. In their mind, they're doing a good thing. So, are they or are they not? We don't know, but what I'm saying is, once they eradicate the Azov battalion, which is supposedly the Nazis, then their job is done.
Right.
And so the last stronghold of the Azovs, I believe, is in the Mariupol, which is where those underground tunnels are, and that they're obliterating that town. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know everything. I don't keep up with it that much because I don't believe any of it, but it just seems like if we keep sticking our nose in there, if you keep prodding the bull, it's going to eventually attack.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, that little ship was one of Putin's cubs. You know, he messed with a bear's cubs, you know, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
didn't know anything was getting. I haven't honestly watched news.
Well, I mean, think about this. If we knew that there was another Hitler on the rise and another dictator, like, look at what we did to Saddam Hussein. If we knew that that was going on, we would step in and stop it. And that's basically what Russia claims to be doing, as far as these people is concerned. So I'm not justifying anything. I don't know. All I know is I don't like seeing all those people displaced. I don't like seeing, and that's what gets me is there's good people in every society. Why should everybody pay for,
that one bad person?
When I was teaching, it's like, for the first, I want to say the first year that I was teaching, you would have this one kid that would just
take up most of your time,
dictate the entire class, right? And it's like the whole class was just getting onto this kid, and you would make the whole class do push-ups or whatever, and it's like, you know what, I'm just going to ignore this little kid.
Child.
And then something just said to me one time, these other kids are being held back because of this little shit.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, my son's second grade teacher, she actually was talking to me about that because there was one kid in the class he would be crawling under the desk, just disrupting the whole class and all this.
Your whole day getting onto this kid.
So the counselor or the media center, somebody would take him for like an hour because, in second grade, they didn't switch classes. So they would take him periodically through the day so she could teach. She goes, I can't teach with this child in here because all he's doing is disrupting. I mean, he's taking up all my time. Mm-hmm. And she goes, I just can't do it no more.
It not only disrupts the teacher, it disrupts the kids.
From learning.
They're either laughing at him or then they're
but she can't
egging
teach
him on or I know.
So I mean, she figured out a way to take care of it a little bit, but I mean, I know what you're saying.
They used to have a way back in the day because I was that kid.
Yeah, you'd get a spanking.
Busted my ass, yeah.
From the principal.
At the end of that, Mr. Bitterman. Mr. Bitterman was 350 pounds and drilled holes in his paddle. Every time he paddled somebody, he drilled another hole. He said, "This is wind resistant."
Well, there probably wasn't no hole. There wasn't no paddle left. I never got paddled in school.
Oh man.
I was a good child.
And you know what? I was one of the, and this was when I was like probably 13, 14 years old. No, it was middle school. So how old would I have been?
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
14, I think, is high school.
So, I
14
didn't
to
forget
18.
what I did, but he hit me with that thing, and I was a tough guy, and I felt that at the second hit, tear welled up in my eye. I was like, "Oh God, he's gonna hit me again," and he did. I didn't cry, but man, that tear was there. I wasn't gonna let it fall.
I'm trying to remember who my principal
I was. Sucking that
was.
thing back in through my nose. But yeah.
I remember one of my principals, but I think he was middle school. I think he was elementary and then he moved up to middle. His daughter was in between me and my sister, and she played softball with us, I think. He was one of the coaches, but his son, he had 2 sons, and one of them died. I think he was in 4th grade and he died of meningitis, and I was in
Oh, that's horrible.
middle school. Yeah, it was horrible, and like nobody really knew that he had it, and then all of a sudden he just died, and they, everybody at schools are like freaking out because I think it was contagious or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
And so they had everybody kind of like watching out. And my sister, do you remember I think it was Guess? Wasn't that real big back in the 80s?
I don't know. Eyes on
Anyway,
it.
she had a turquoise shirt, and one of the symptoms was your feet turned blue and for meningitis, because his toes and everything turned blue, and they took him to the hospital, and he didn't make it, but had this shirt on, and apparently, I guess she sweated in it or something, but she had turned blue from it because it was turquoise and it dyed on her.
Oh yeah.
And so she freaked out.
The good old days.
Yeah, but that was pretty sad. I mean, it pretty much ruined.
I remember one
principle.
time, speaking of that, I put something in the wash because when I was a child, we had to do the laundry.
Yeah,
We had all the household chores when we got home from school. When the parents got home, everything better been clean. I forget what it was. I was doing whites, and something red gotten in there. Mom had bought a new blouse or something that was in there, and it dyed every white thing we had red, and it never came out. It was just that way. That was our house for the next 10 years.
everything was pink.
Everything was pink.
Do you remember those shirts that it was red, white, and blue?
Oh, yeah.
But I think they were, wasn't it Coca-Cola or something?
I don't know. You talking about those halter tops?
No, we didn't have halter tops.
The ones they had, they looked like they were handmade. They had a little
Ruffle things?
ruffle thing,
No.
and then you had a strap.
You really think my mom would let me wear that?
I would, yeah.
No, these were T-shirts, but they were red, white, and blue, and I think it was Coca-Cola or Guess or the.
I can picture because it was a dark blue. I remember the one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
well, when Mama washed it, the red just dyed onto the
everything was
white,
there.
and they were expensive.
And we had Tide back then. They didn't do anything about it. Tide.
See, I wash everything together. I don't separate anything.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and you cram it all in there too. I don't know. Poor washing machine.
That washer machine is so small.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to have to sit on the top to get it to close when you turn it on.
Well,
Jeez.
quit putting everything in there that you wear for an hour.
Well, I have to. I work out and then I work, and that's it. Otherwise, I don't do that.
I know. I'm so glad your job takes your clothes now.
Oh, they're horrible at laundry, though.
Why?
Oh, my collars are all like sticking up 2 different ways.
Well, so they don't iron them.
I
don't
don't
press
know
'em?
what they do to them. It's horrible. Looks like children did it.
Well, I'd rather
Probably
them do it.
Shipping it somewhere and having it done overseas is what it looks like. Oh, well, what else we got? I think we're about to wrap this up.
I think we are done for the day.
Well, I appreciate you hanging out talking to me.
Yeah. Do you have our phone number? It's a
Yeah, okay, yeah, you guys call in. The number is...
It's on that little sticky note.
Oh, here we go.
706.
No, wait, I'm doing it. The number to call is 706-409-8255.
2188. Again, that number is 706-409-2188. Or you can visit us or give us your story or give us a time to contact you or whatever you want to do at letstalkaboutsquat@gmail.com.
Yeah, so if anybody has ghosted you and you want us to call them,
Yeah, we'll do it. We got phones everywhere. I can hook up, 2 phones to this at a time?
yeah, I think that would be fun. Let's call some people. You want to?
let's unghost
Has anybody ghosted you?
No. I wish sometimes. So, anyway, what about you?
What about me? What?
You want to unghost somebody?
I've never ghosted anybody.
No.
I'm not that type. I would say no.
No, if I ghosted them, it's for a reason. I don't want to talk to them.
No, I said somebody that has ghosted you.
Oh, no, nobody's ghosted me. But if they did, they had a reason, so I'm good with that. That's the thing. If you ghost me, I'd be like, all right, well, what? Sorry, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but still, man up. Don't be a coward. Just say, hey, I'm not interested.
Look, I don't care. Like, people
Actually-
come, people go. It's just the way it
Yeah,
is.
but I mean, just be man enough and say no.
But why do you care, though? If they don't want to talk to you, I mean, you couldn't have been that close. And then I'm just being
It's
serious.
more
Why
like
does it matter?
just let me know, yes or no. Do you want to go out with me, or do I you
Well,
know?
obviously, no, I would have called you.
No, you don't remember back in the day there was like that 3-day rule. You'd go out on one day and then you call them in 3 days.
I never did that. It was always
But that was the rule back in the day.
hell. I used to talk to girls all night long, and then you see them the next day.
That was
I
in
don't
school.
know. Even after school. Actually, I can't say that because I got married in school.
Right. So you've never had that whole dating thing when you're like 19, 20, and 21.
No.
So you wouldn't know.
No. What? I got divorced from my first wife. Well, I was 24, 25, somewhere around there.
Yeah, but then you jumped right into another relationship.
I dated some in between there, but people's crazy, man. I don't want to date no more. I don't even know how y'all do it. Good luck with that.
I don't either.
You got this swipe right thing now. How can you build a relationship off that? I don't get it.
Well, if you contact each other, you start talking.
I don't know how you build a relationship off that.
Well, we didn't know each other.
Let's go to the club, meet somebody. You don't do that
That's
no
the
more?
same thing as swiping right. You're just spending less money.
Do that.
You don't have to buy them drinks. And
You're a girl. You didn't buy drinks anyway.
I always bought my drinks.
Well, I don't know about that. If I had all the money back, oh man, I'd have $10 right now.
You have more than 10.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And let's talk about squat.
We'll see you next time.
On.
Let's talk about squat.
Let's talk about squat. Goodbye.
Peace out.